So we on. This is what it is. It's another Friday night with Grown Folks Talk. I got some interested people up here that's gonna speak their mind. You know what I mean? This could be you up here. You know, if you got an opinion, you ain't got to agree with me. You know what I mean? And you ain't got to agree with the females. You know what I mean? Whichever you choose to agree with, you can speak your mind. You know what I mean? Because that's what this is about, speaking your mind. You know what I mean? So feel comfortable to write your questions up there, keep them respectful. You know what I mean? Let's do this G's Friday night. We just having fun as adults. You know what I mean? I see everybody coming in, so I'm gonna just kick it a little bit, you know, till the numbers catch up and everybody get where they need to go. But like I said, it's Friday night, Grown Folks Talk. After this is over, we'll be going over to Unique Mecca Audio TV, is where this will be shown at. You know, but we have to shoot it live here because we don't have the 1,000 people over there as yet. So we need to get 1,000 people on Unique Mecca Audio TV. Then I could go up live over there. Until then, I have to go up live over here. You know what I mean? What's up, sis? You know what I mean? Kalua, you know what it is. Give my brother D my love. You know what I mean? Y'all the best couple I know. You know, Bonnie and Clyde in the hood. All right. But anyway, so let's go. I'm gonna bring my little guests in. I got some beautiful females in here that got a real, what I call, twisted mentality. You know what I mean? But you know, it's theirs. Okay. Introduce yourself, Twig.
What's up, everyone? This is Twiggy. This is Evelina, aka Twiggy from Uptown. I'm from the Sugar Hill. And thanks for having me. What's up?
Ain't nothing. I mean, you know, we just here chilling. I got my man Hassan and I got Paradise with me too, you know, so you got backup. You know what I mean? Just letting you know I bought your Esther pistol, you know, because I don't want you to think me and Hassan jumping on you or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
No worries here.
You sure everybody's straight? So that way everybody watching this know that this is an old fun show. This is what we do. You know what I mean? We just have fun. Ain't nobody talking disrespect. Everybody just having fun. Now let's bring the big brother Hassan. Introduce yourself, big brother.
All right, what's up? Hello, everybody. This is Hassan from Lincoln Projects, 132nd and Madison Avenue.
All right, talk to him. You know, all right.
Yeah, I'm here to ask a lot of questions. I'm here to find out, to teach and to learn.
Okay, let me bring Paradise up in here. So now we even. We got our tic-tac-toe box. We're gonna see where it's at. You know, introduce yourself, please.
How y'all doing? I'm the backup. My name's Paradise. I'm from Harlem, East Side, Taino Towers, and Wagner. And I also represent BK, Clinton Hills, and Bed-Stuy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Looking good.
Thank you.
So we're gonna start with the lovely Twiggy up top. Let's hear your question. What's your, your grown folks topic?
My question is very cliche. It's very cliche, but my question is, as a 50-year-old woman, and I've been around, I just want to know, why do men cheat? Because y'all have it good at home. Some of y'all, some have good women at home, a good family, everything's going very well. So the question for me is, although you have everything at home and everything is good, it's not perfect. I said good. I just want to know, why do men cheat?
I mean, it ain't really cheating. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, when you met homie, he let you know what time it is in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? Because y'all always go into the relationship thinking that, oh, this is the way it's going to be. We're going to be this couple, or we're going to be these good friends, and we're going to be able to deal with seeing other people. And it's just going to be monogamous because you're my homie, and whatever happens after that happens. And then all of a sudden, you get the dick. You know what I mean? And that's when all hell breaks loose. Y'all get a good nut and you think you're honest.
No, I have to disagree, because in that relationship, y'all, like you just said, we both know what time it is. We're grown. We know the ins and outs, because we've been there. We've done that. But what I'm saying to you right now is, y'all in a good space. Y'all in a good place. And all of a sudden, of course, somebody comes in this relationship, and I'm trying to understand what happens. Would this make you say, okay, forget this, I got a family, but forget this, I'm gonna go ahead on and do what I want to do? And then not only that, you do what you want to do, but you don't even protect your family.
Okay, but listen, what I'm saying is, you got females that's gonna jump out there and try to make it more than what it is. Because how many men do you know that enters, meets a woman and say, hey, I'm looking for a relationship and I'm trying to wife somebody? How many men do that?
Not many.
Do you know any?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I don't need your guessing if there is or there isn't. Okay,
yes.
But my point being with that is that he knows, you know, what time it is. What was the question, man? Y'all done threw me off with this. By your know, many men that.
Well, I could be specific. It depends on what type of brother you dealing with. If you're dealing with a brother in the street, well, he might cheat because you already know he's not gonna hang out if he do a bid. You know what I mean? Y'all already make that clear. That's like one of my questions. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already make that clear. I'm not doing the bid. So if you're dealing with a brother in the street, all right, he always gonna make sure he got options because you know what I'm saying, that's his business. Because you know what I'm saying, tomorrow ain't promised.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You know, you got him on the side. I mean, a dude is not saying I want a relationship. You know what I mean? The woman is the one initiating this shit. When we get with you, we let you know straight up, we just want to have fun. We want to go out on a date. Whatever it is, we just tell you we want a date. That's all we want is a date. But from date, we mean sex. You know what I mean? From date, you think relationship.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Some of us women know what time it is. Some of us know that when we're going out on a date and then when we're going out to do something other than dating. So some of us is already, we already equipped with knowing what's going to happen. None of, it's not no slow women out there anymore. So we kind of already equipped with.
Ain't some of y'all, all of y'all know when y'all ready to do what y'all going to do. Some of y'all know.
Very smart. So we already got it already planned out, and we kind of already know we going on a date or we going here. Okay, so let's just take that off the table. My question was, why do y'all cheat? We're gonna forget about the play stuff and about, I'm not ready for marriage. A woman gonna always be ready for marriage because that's who she is. She's just that queen. She's that mother. She's that caring, nurturing person. So she's always going to be ready for marriage. I hate to say that, but it's true. Okay, you can help me out, Sis Paradise, on that.
All right, so the backup is coming on in. I feel that a lot of guys aren't straight up all the time. They play this string along game. You know what I'm saying? Where they're like, okay, you they say the sweet nothing. It's like, oh, you're the only one, and they'll do the things that they'll make you think you wifed up. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe have a extra drawer with his drawer, you know what I'm saying, when you come over and all that stuff. Or, the family know you, but let's keep it real. The family met everybody he's dealing with. He probably got 3 top threes, and then the other 2 is just the sideline, just in case the first 3, either they on their cycle or they got a stank attitude or they don't want to be bothered. So it's just a game, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when there's another issue with that too, because a lot of guys feel that, you know how they say you want a bad boy. A lot of good girls like the bad guys, like someone that just got that swag or whatever toughness about him. But those are the type of guys I'm not even gonna front. I've always been attracted to them, but they don't want nothing. They want to play. But you have the good guys that's real corny. They about, having that, let me wife you up the way you should be. But when a bad guy does it, or like a tough guy does it, you ain't the only one. And it doesn't make sense to do that because, feelings get involved. Like when you intimate with a man, we have the feelings. The men is just like, okay, yeah, she just another notch under my belt. But then, guys, if y'all were more honest, a lot of females, they just want that, a situationship. Come over, handle that, help me to go to sleep, and I see you when I need to see you again. But when guys, they don't be upfront, and then we got to find out the other way, that's where it's going to be all them issues. And yes, we all want, the marriage and all that, but it's gonna get heated. We speak on it.
Who's gonna be faithful?
Man, bottom line is just like I said. She just proved my point. You know what I mean? A dude is not looking for no relationship. A dude get with a female, he just trying to hit. So hold on. When you went on with this one date crap. When I said date, I didn't mean like one date. I'm talking about every time we go out with you, that's considered a date.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, we go out with you on a date. But we know that we're just going on a date. We're having fun. And maybe tonight's the night you decide to drop the drawer so I can hit. You understand what I'm saying? So we go out, you don't drop the drawer, we give you a kiss, we play romantic and go on and grab patch on the butt. It's over.
So
Now,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So what do you get out of doing that? If you're gonna keep bam with every date you have, like what are you getting out of all of these random chicks? No. If you have a chick that can hold you down in all kind of ways, why not stick with that? It's healthier.
Good question.
Because it's so hard to find that one woman that know how to do it all.
Wow.
And then what they don't know how to do, they don't want to take instructions on how to satisfy you the way you want to get satisfied. So you go outside the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? And you go find somebody else that's going to fill the shoes that the wife didn't want to fill because the wife had a chance to fill it, but she didn't choose to fill it. You know what I mean? I don't like it when I give it to you real. That's bottom line. If you just don't give it to them in the
I'm
house,
not feeling that. No.
To get it.
You okay? I hear what you're saying, but don't you think? All right, now as an adult, not as a young man or a teenage man, as an adult now. So, do you kind of pick that depending on where you go looking for this woman? Because to me, that has a lot to do with it. It depends on where you're looking for a woman at. You know where she's coming at from that. You have to also get to know that woman on that day so you can see if she's going to be that woman. Not to say that everything y'all talk about is going to be like, oh yeah, she that woman. I'm just saying in general, how do you go about picking these type of women that can fit your needs or, fulfill your needs, meaning that she has everything that you asking for. She has all the requirements. Where do you find that woman at? Or where do you go looking for that woman? Let me say that.
Looking for the woman.
Meaning that you just said you're not going to find a woman that, just have all the qualities that you want.
Like you're not going to find a man that has that.
Yes.
You're not going to find a man that has that either. I mean, it goes both ways.
Listen.
What you won't do, she will get done. And
okay.
what she won't do, he will get done. And that's where a lot of that come in at, because when we wife them, we don't want to see them getting smarted out, but then we want to smart something else out. You know what I mean? It's like a twisted mentality. You know what I mean? Dude want to treat his girl like an angel, like a princess. He don't want a nut in the face or none of that. You know what I mean? But he want to go out here with this other chick, chucking her mouth and nut on her face. You know what I'm saying? But he can't see doing it with his wife. But then he's only going out
double standard.
He's not doing it with his wife. And he never even gave the wife a chance to see if she wanted to get it on the face. You know what I mean? It's just that he had this expectation on how he wanted to see her, and he tried to keep it there, and he go outside trying to find everything else he wants instead of communicating that to her. And just so you understand, I'm speaking from me back 30 years ago, back in 88. Now as a grown man, I want one good woman that can satisfy all my needs. If she can't, I'll work with her, and we'll work with each other. We get where we need to go, and we'll satisfy each other till the end of the time. That's what I want now today. Let's get that straight.
I'm quite sure I think we all looking for about the same thing, but where do you go find that woman? Where do you go? Like, are you saying you going out like right now? Nobody's clubbing, so I'm not going to say that. But where do you go looking for this, woman? Where do you go? Where do we go?
Looking for women, you can meet her at Kmart, Target, Church's Fried Chicken. You know what I mean? Women is everywhere and men is everywhere, but you have to work through the BS when we meet each other to know what's bad, what's good, how much is bad, how much is good. Is it worth putting aside, the bad, because the good overweighs the bad? So now I can keep them as a relationship because I'm not going to get a homie that's going to be 100% loyal like me anyway. And we all compromising to take less of ourselves.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
Holding up to ourselves and our standard is a big feat.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a big feat for each one of us to hold up to our own standards, no matter what they are. Meaning my standards is no greater than your standards. My standards only great to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's only great to you. So I can't hold you responsible for not living up to my standards. And please don't hold me responsible for not living up to yours. Because that's unique.
I'm a woman that always standing on her own. That's why I can speak here as an independent woman, meaning that it's so many men out here, and I do meet them every single day. And I'm not saying that they don't meet my qualification or what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not looking for that. All I'm looking for is an honest man. If you give me honesty, I think I can just take you on that. Just give me honesty.
I agree with her.
That means so much to me.
And I got to say, I agree with that. Even as a young man, that's all I wanted. And that's why I was always straight front. If I see something I want, I told her, this is what I want, A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And we go from there. Now it's up to her to make a choice if she want to do that or not. But like I said, I don't have to kissy face and play all them games to get in the panties. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Just keep it 100.
Yeah.
And I think a woman would respect that more, you understand what I'm saying, than anything.
Yeah, because it gives you the option of whether I want to deal with what you all come with.
Exactly.
That's right.
And then if I take on that, then I can only blame myself if it's not up to what I thought it was going to be.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
right. You know, it's like, you know, myself, you know, I'm independent and I don't have a checklist. All I need to know is you need to do the simplest thing to be my peace. Make me laugh.
That's right.
You know, have a little bit more stamina than me, because on a good day, it could go on. It could happen. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got that, I'm like, okay, no, you got to go. Thanks. You was nice to look at, but you can't keep up. But if someone that could have me laugh, not think about what's the crazy nonsense going on in the world, I want someone that could be my joy, that someone that could be my paradise. I could be somebody's paradise, but I need you to be mine. You know
Tell
what
it.
I'm saying?
There you go, the expectation. You know what I mean? You want to put your morals on someone else. You want to put your way of, you know, paradise on somewhere else. They need to conform with that. You know what I mean? So that y'all could gel. But that's when you know that you found that right person, when y'all become like a puzzle piece and you fit.
And the most important thing is making sure you love yourself better than anybody can love you. When you have that, that's gonna shine so bright. It don't matter what hairstyle you have, you know, how's your body, all of that. When you have that confidence and that love in here, that is gonna radiate. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna attract that energy that you're giving out. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but from my experiences, I found that that's always, even besides like a relationship, just dealing with people in general. As long as I know, yep, I'm paradise. You know what I'm saying? I own it, and I love everything about me. No one could take that shine from me. That's gonna attract that energy that you are seeking. So.
No, that's good. That's good.
Can I chime in here for a second?
I'm like, go on, Haas. Come on, big fella.
See, the thing about it is, whether it's men or women, people come in a relationship whether they come to give or they come to take.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So the thing about it is that, you know what I'm saying, it's about waiting out the process to see what somebody's about. So you got to be able to filter that out. You know what I mean? A lot of the time we find ourselves in relationships and situations because, you know what I'm saying, we didn't look at the character of the person. You follow what I'm saying? You know, men and women, we look at what they got or what they got and how they look. You know what I'm saying? And those two characteristics that change and stay. So you know what I'm saying? So what happens is that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta look at the character of the person, you know, then you know what I'm saying, be able to discern whether this person's whether a trooper or not, whether they're a rider or not, whatever name you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is that we too jump the gun because we got a lot of peer pressure. We got a lot of other pressure that goes along with relationships. And it's not just, especially as you get older, because it's like when you were younger, it's all right, it's just you and that person. But then when you get older, it's kids, it's parents, it's all kinds of people involved. And then everybody looking at this situation. You follow what I'm saying? So a lot in a situation with men, a lot of men can't handle the pressure. You follow what I'm saying? A lot of them can't handle the pressure. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, they looking for a way out because the pressure of providing is tremendous for a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is that, you know what I'm saying, it's under the assumption, you know what I'm saying, that if a nigga don't provide, then, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna slide. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why a brother start looking out for what his options is, because he got that in the back of his mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying, that's that comes from you. That's just because that comes from society. You know what I'm saying? From the images and things that people are fed and people listen to all day. So we got to understand, you know what I'm saying, the whole scope of things that, you know what I'm saying, that affect people and how they behave in relationships and all of that.
Good point. Good.
That's a good point.
Excellent point. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful conversation.
That's a good.
You know.
Got the next question. Let's hit the question, son. What you got?
Oh, my question is this though. I got a question.
Yeah, all right.
Why do women get upset because a man is cocky and well known?
Ooh, nice.
Because he's
For me, I
attracting.
don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vicky. You can go ahead. I'm sorry.
For me, it's not about getting upset. I have dated men in the industry, and I kind of know what I'm gonna be up against, and it's hard. I'm not gonna sit here in front. It's hard because this man got women coming out of nowhere. I mean, and it's hard. But I think for me, it became like, okay, this is part of the show. That's how I had to do it. That's how I had to say it to myself. I had to no longer put myself in a relationship with that man. I had to say, you know what, this is part of the show. So every time I went out with him and I knew that he had these people approaching him for anything, I had to deal with it. And that's what I did. I felt like I was very mature. I felt like I still try to stay for him professional, like as his girl, his wife, whoever. At the time I was his girl, not his wife, because I was never married. But anyway, I think for me, I got used to it, but I used to say, this is what I used to say. I say, okay, I'm ready for this show. So I just make sure I'm dolled up and I'm looking just as good. My confidence is up just as high as his, because I know where he's at. I know he's cocky, and I know it's going to be some problems.
Right.
But I call it a show. I wasn't upset. Once I used to it, I wasn't upset anymore. I had to realize this is part of his job. This is how he bring, the money in, or this is part of his career. So it's either you go along with this or you just go. So I had to put things in perspective for myself first. But for me, like I said, I used to say this is part of the show instead of the relationship, so I won't get upset.
Well, I definitely.
Well, I mean, that's an entertainer. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, and I'm not an entertainer. You know what I mean? I'm just known throughout. You know what I'm saying? Throughout wherever I go. So what happens is that what I'm saying. All of a sudden, I'm just doing my diplomatic duties. You know what I mean? And what happens is that now, all of a sudden, now I come home, and you know what I'm saying? Now you looking at me cross-eyed and this, that, and other. But I ain't did nothing to, you know what I'm saying? I call men and women baby. So if I call a man baby, I call women baby. So you know what I'm saying? Now you get a baby. I call the dude baby too. You know what I mean? So why are you upset? You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't understand, you know what I mean? Because it just seems like, it's like it's a double standard or something like that. You know what I mean? In that regard, you know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask this. What about if it's the other way around? If it's the female, she's popular, she's very, she's like an influencer, or she's just really, you know, she's very well known, but for entertainment purposes, like can guys handle that, or is it some type of complex that y'all gotta deal
I
with?
know how to play my part. See, that's the difference. I know how to play my part. I'm just dealing with women that's beautiful. So it doesn't even matter if she's popular. If you got a beautiful woman, she gonna pack attention anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That goes with the territory. You know what I mean? But to see the thing about it is that what happens is that oftentimes women, they start, they say they can go along with it for a little while, and then they go along with it in the beginning. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then after you go along for a little while, it's just like, but nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, and it's not even slide on in a relationship. It's nothing funny. It's nobody calling it out wee hours, this, that, and the other. It's just that when y'all go out in public, you know what I'm saying? They feel, you know what I'm saying? They imagine they feel intimidated or whatever the case may be, when you shouldn't at all.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel, as Twiggy was saying, if you know that it's the show, then
that's
you gotta play your position as well. But as long as he's not entertaining it, a step further, then it's all good. But it's just, as women, generally, we always have to feel like, okay, because we know women, that's why we go off, because we know how grimy and how, a lot of these females can be that aren't really classy enough to deal or be around someone that's popular or, you know, look good and all that kind of thing. They want that shine. They don't care about his laundry, you know, what's his favorite food or anything like that. That's where we come in. So that's where the dudes, when I had that type of situation, I let him know, look, you're going to entertain them type of females. They don't care about you as the person. They only care about what you putting up on Front Street. So it's like
I know, and I was see the difference is the difference between entertaining it and it just be something that goes along with just who you are.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, that's just even for male or females, that just goes along with who you are. And some people can't, you know what I'm saying? They get with you, and initially they can deal with it, but they can't. You know what I mean? And after had that situation, you can go through my phone. There's nothing going on. But as soon as we go outside, it's like your attitude switch up, and you know what I'm saying? It's this, that, and the other, and I got to come home. So now they go with you. Now we want to talk to you.
But Hassan, that comes along.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's some friction in the situation.
That comes along too with really not knowing who you're dealing with, because now you're finding out she has these insecurities. So this is when you finding out stuff now. And a lot of people, I think a lot of us in relationships missing that red flag. Those red flags are there for a reason. And I think what happened is that's just part of one of the red flags. That is something like we miss for some reason. When you're so in love and think this is the one, it's like certain little things, nothing major, little things. We miss those little red flags. And it's not to say that y'all wasn't meant to be together. It's just that was one of the things you should have noticed that is not going to work, because those insecurities started kicking in. And when a woman insecurities start kicking in, nothing is going to go right because she's so insecure. So every little thing that you do, she's going to think you're cheating. She's going to go through your phone. That's a lot to deal with right there. And so you as a man have to nip that in the bud right then and listen, we're not going to have this. You know, that's when communication.
Oh, I'm not. Nobody. I'm saying, see, for me, it's not a problem going through my phone. Because I'll tell you, pass me my phone. Because if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm dealing with them.
That's
you follow
right.
what I'm saying? But if I'm not dealing with anybody, then you know what I'm saying, whatever I'm doing, that's my business. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm dealing with them. But it's the fact that, you know what, people like they be attracted to it initially, but as they want to go with the ride, it's like the ride is like they can't handle the spotlight. And it's like my runway ain't Hollywood. My runway Lenox Avenue. You follow what I'm saying? So my runway might be any ghetto near you. It doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? In New York City, period. So what happens is that now you get around, you see I'm social, I know a lot of people, and now you know what I'm saying, you start making all these accusations and insecurities, and that affects the relationship. You know what I mean? That affects the relationship. And you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that you know what, you know, not saying that all women are like that, but in certain aspects, and then you say it's the other woman. You might say the other woman, but what about me? You follow what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to believe in me. You follow what I'm saying? And that's what part of the problem is that you know what I'm saying? It's the lack of belief. You follow what I'm saying? We got to believe in each other. If a person in a relationship, y'all got to believe in each other. You follow what I'm saying? If y'all make that decision, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you say, you know, you got to put your cards on the table. If a brother tell you what it is up front, then what can you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But if you try to push it, and you know, just like when women, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden now we have sex, we in a relationship. How did that start?
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Now you don't want to leave. You don't want to go home tomorrow. You just
No, let me say something on that. Where guys go, oh, they feel females as soon as you know, intimate with them, they automatically think it's a relationship. If you keep feeling that, you have that option, you have that choice, and know, okay, that I don't want to keep dealing with females like that. So let me tell the truth and say, look, this is what it is. And she say, okay, I'm with it. I'm not. So that way, if she start to go in that imaginary whatever, you could be like, but wait a minute, Ma, we already spoke on this. I told you what I was looking for. And I'm sure, I mean, I didn't mean to be too good, but you know, I'm not looking for nothing serious.
Stop it.
See, you know, I could do you one better than that. I won't even go take it that far.
All this, son.
I could do you one better than that. We're not even going that far.
You know,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yo, hold on, fella. Yo, I see Miss T over here blowing this up about men is more emotional, and somebody's holding us down saying that women is more emotional. Hey, yo, Black, text me your email, and I'm gonna put you in here so you can speak your whack ass point. That way you ain't got to be over here in the sideline. So you can speak your whack ass point. Men is not more emotional. Let's stop that. So I'm gonna give you a chance to, if you want to come up here and hold that down. Men is not more emotional. Men, of course, you got emotional dudes. We know that. You know what I mean? You got, tough girls, and vice versa. Yes. But I mean, men is not so emotional. Men just get caught up in being lazy instead of exercising their mind to do mental gymnastics with a woman to get in her pants. You know what I mean? He chooses to lie, floss, you understand, and play all these other little games. You understand what I'm saying? Which at the end of the day, all the woman sees is it as a lie. And they'd be like, no, it ain't no lie. It's this, it's that. No, she just sees it as a lie. You know what I mean? And that's the end of it. You know what I mean? But, those are the lazy ones. But you got men that like me, I enjoy the mental gymnastics. You understand what I'm saying? Of, touching her mind and watching, her ooze and know she's moist and panties dropped and caressing, and you know what I mean? I mean, that's the enjoyment that I get dealing with a woman. You know what I mean? Dealing with a mind more than, putting it in. The chase is better than getting it. That's why dudes have fun chasing a woman. Then when they get to sex, then now they don't want the woman, and the woman saying what happened. They enjoyed the chase. You end the chase, you end the relationship. They got involved in the relationship for the chase. They like the little banter of the chase and back and forth. Slick you. Don't go turn into a housewife overnight when he knew you was a popping stripper. You understand what I'm saying?
So when are y'all gonna get tired of the chase? How much chasing you gonna do?
No, what I'm saying is, even when you get married, keep the chase in it in some type of way to keep that spark going, is what I'm saying. Whatever it is that you use to attract them, use that to hold them.
You have women that do that. Like, I truly believe, I believe that. I believe the same way I got this man is the same way I'm going to keep him, right? So I'm doing whatever I have to do as a woman. And I love the chase. I love the
Thank you. We all do.
I love it. So I think the next question for me would be, I know you hate that word unique expectations, but I have to throw it out there for a minute.
So don't expect nothing from me but a good nut.
Yeah. I think the question for me was like,
that's all I'm worth is a good nut. You know what I mean? I ain't looking for nothing else. I'm saying, but this is how I was 20 years ago. Now I'm married, laid back. I'm happily married. Yes. But I'm just saying, I'm speaking from a man 20 years ago. So you young ladies looking out there, you got dudes out there that's unique back in 88. You know what I mean? They just want a good nut. Okay. That's it. But they don't know how to just tell you.
Let's speak a little bit to the younger audience. So if we have younger audience, right? And we're going to say this like this. So you have a man and you have a woman, they just meet, they in their 20s, early 20s, late 20s, mid 20s. So what should that young lady expect from this man once she meet him? They've been talking, they've been on the phone, they've been chit chatting, they've been going out. So should she think that, how soon should she think that, they're going to be in a relationship? Because right now they friends, they kicking it. But she want to know, how long do we kick it before I can say you're my man and you can say you're my woman? Like, how long? What's up with that? Like, men now.
You finished? My fault. Okay. First of all, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It ain't no time limit on anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The same way it is to make it really simple, because mom's never made her cliches complicated. You know what I mean? It's like really simple. You understand? Here goes the woman, here goes the man. You know what I'm saying? A man goes to a woman, and what is it? Woman first, they open the door for the woman, right?
Yes.
Okay, so from I introduced myself, and I said, hi, how you doing? I'm unique. You know what I'm saying? That's when you say, hi, I'm such and such. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And wherever I go, that's where you have to come in as a woman to say, look, if you want to go out, have a date, or you just want to kick it, woo, woo, woo. But that's where you leave the conversation at from the beginning, letting the man know what you expect of him. You understand? Because if you put that expectation on him, 9 times out of 10, he's going to try and live up to that. That's how you know, when they say dudes put a battery in somebody's back, you know what I mean? You tell him he's a killer, tell him he's a killer, tell him he's a killer. Next thing you know, he kills everything.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, you tell a dude he's a playboy, tell it like kid girls. You know what I mean? Remember the girl that named Kim growing up? You know what I mean? 9 out of 10 Kims was cute. You know what I'm saying? And 7 out of 10 Kims was red because red was in back then. You understand what I'm saying? But they had these certain images that fit these names for what fits the character. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever you paint him as at the beginning is what he's going to have to live up to, because you said, this is my standards. Not say this is your standards 5 dates down the road after you gave him the sex. Now you want to tell me your standards? Your standards went out the window when I bust the nut.
I agree.
You say that before the nut, not after the nut. I only got the milk. You know what I mean? Why do I need the cow?
I agree.
I'm talking from 30 years ago, unique, so y'all know. Right now, I'm not on that. But I just want the young ladies to see that this is how we think, man. Keep it 100. So you know. So don't get it confused in your mind that dude playing no game, no dude ain't doing nothing. Dude just telling you straight up. So you as a woman have to let it be known what you want, especially if you're an independent, career-orientated woman. You let them know. Oh, how you doing? You know, okay, hi, I'm Unique. Oh, hi, I'm Beth. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, I go to school at such and such, or I do such and such, and you know, this is what I plan on doing. You know what I mean? What's going on with you? Just what's going on with you. You ain't got to ask him. You don't need his resume. And whatever he tell you is going on, however he tells you how articulate he is, and if he's even worthy of giving him some more of you. But you just have a little bait to give him. You know what I mean? In case he's intelligent, he know how to clap it and say, oh, yeah, well, you know, I'm starting a little YouTube channel. I'm trying to do what I do and da-da-da-da. And now I'm giving you something back that you gave me because I'm playing with you. Instead, I'm saying, yeah, you know, that goddamn LeBron is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And you just told him what you did for a living. And you told about LeBron. You know what I mean? But you got dudes like that. Yo, hold on, baby. Let me get this phone call. You know what I mean? In the middle of where you're supposed to be laying down these ground rules and these standards that we expect people to do it at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Nah. Some men play on women's emotions because women allow them to do it. A man can't do anything that a woman don't allow a man to do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I can't allow anything to happen to me that I don't allow to happen to me. I can't blame me going to jail for 26 years on nobody else. And y'all gonna tell me I can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? So then you don't sit there and tell me that you can blame it on somebody else, why you didn't, or why this didn't happen and why that didn't happen. You know, no, it starts with self.
It does.
You gotta know yourself, acknowledge yourself, take responsibility for yourself. That means everything you do is by your will. You understand what I'm saying? So you're responsible because God gave you that will. That's why he made you in God-like. You know what I mean? So don't sit here and hold back. I mean, none of that is worth it, man. But give me another question, man, because we get too philosophical in here. You know what I mean? Give me another question. Who got a question?
I have a question.
All right.
So my question is titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people like them, some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I notice when there's no titles involved, it's much stronger, it's less headaches and all of that. Once a title is involved, it's just, I'm like, oh my God, so you just get away from me. Mm-hmm. Everything, it just doesn't, situationship lasts longer, in my opinion, than a titled relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out from the men point of view, how is that? Like, okay. If you
30 years ago, Unique. All right, so we're gonna take it back 30 years ago when I was a young playboy. You know what I mean? As far as title, you could call me your man, you could call me your best friend, you could call me a mother effer. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you give me the ass. You know, I don't care what title you put on Unique, as long as I'm getting that ass, man. You know what I mean? You call me your side, nigga, call me whatever you want to call me, just give me that ass, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what title you want to call me on, mother effer. Just give me that ass, man. And I won. You understand what I'm saying? But now, 56-year-old Unique, you know what I mean? I want you to respect me as a grown man that's trying to better himself to make up for the mistakes that he caused by poisoning his community. So now he's trying to give back the best way he know how, which ain't a lot, but just doing what he can.
Yes.
I mean, that 56-year-old unique. But back then, you already knew. So I'm giving it to you so y'all can see, where we at.
Okay.
I think a lot of women need to know something
Mm-hmm.
where do
You said
men have
you said too Twiggy?
I said I'm just thinking, I was sitting here thinking as y'all was talking, do men have like standards, like you know how they always say we as women have checklists and we got this and we know. I just want to know, do men feel the same way about the type of woman they are looking for? And like what are they looking for? What are the standards? What is it?
Okay, listen. You want to answer that, brother? You want to answer that before I go? 'Cause I'm ready to
Well, I
go.
mean,
There you go.
the thing about it is that it depends on the mindset of the man. You know what I mean? All men ain't the same, all women ain't the same. It depends on, what I'm saying. Be honest with you, be straight up and down. Men don't looking for a woman who gonna ride with him when he ain't got nothing. Anybody gonna ride when he up. But who gonna ride with him when he down? You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to know what a man looking for, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a woman what's the woman gonna ride with him when he down? Because everybody talk a good one. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And it's like nobody got time to, be making mistakes.
Yo, Haas, I'm gonna keep it 100 on that one, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 on that one, right? We don't think about a good woman until after we lock the fuck up and then we in jail, man.
Right, say it again.
But we out here, we just want some ass, man. With all these things that we feel now, after my time, 15 years after yours, now we want and we're gonna look for the right woman. We didn't choose baby moms and none of that back then. They just said they were pregnant, they had the baby, and we became a family. And then you went to another one or whatever, however it happened, and it kept it moving. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, that's where that's at.
I just think too. Do you
I mean,
think?
I could say that. I could say 20, 25-year-old Hassan was like that. 21, 28 Hassan, 32-year Hassan, but 50-year Hassan look at shit different.
Thank you. That's
you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean?
It took all these years to get this. So don't be mad, young men, or y'all because y'all not where we at now at 56. Because at 26 and 36, we wasn't there either. So we ain't no super niggas. You know what I mean? We just letting you know we some niggas.
Nah, no, definitely.
But then there's a lot of times that you find that woman that's a rider and have no problem. Many women have no problem at all building her man up. And then when you build him up, oh, all right, thank you, gotta go. And I'm like, wait, where you going? Like there is just a one-track way of thinking, and it's about building each other up, and that's what's being lost. I feel it's lost in the essence of dealing with the opposite sex, with men and women, or this relationship in general. Is they're forgetting it's about building each other up, not just can she hold me down, can he hold me down. No, can we hold each other down together? Are you worth my time for me to build you up? Because that's an investment. If I'm holding you down, that's my time I'm putting into it. So when you get up there,
exactly.
I'm sure that I need some build up too.
That's right.
Exactly. And that's why, what I'm saying, in a relationship, that's why there's a difference between whether it's gonna be a relationship or whether somebody in a friendship. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is part of the reasons why we got these situations is because the culture that we involve in. We didn't create the culture, but we in the culture. And the culture that we see is that men and women is at odds at every given moment. If we watch the videos is just party, riding with my car, arguing with my girl. So you know what I'm saying? You got to understand this is the thing that create the mindset of the young people. Now, in the process of that is being older, we going through it because, you know what I'm saying, relationships, you know what I'm saying, as you go through life, you know what I'm saying, everything ain't what it seems. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that, you know what I'm saying, everybody's still trying to figure it out. Even the young people and the old people. But what happens is that none of us had examples. None of us had the proper examples growing up of seeing relationships and couples to be able to mimic that behavior. And that's the real problem that's going on in our community, because we haven't seen it. You got to see it to be able to do it.
That's right.
But if you never saw it, how you
But see, that was one of the conversations that we had last week or one of the weeks before when I had my sister Lily up here, where she was saying that we'd have a conversation about should a man ask a woman for money if a man need help as far as with his bills. You understand what I'm saying? For him to go ask his woman, baby, I'm behind on my bills this month. I need a little $900 loan. You know what I mean? Whatever they have, the check didn't come or whatever. You know what I mean? Do you have a problem with a man doing that? Any of you ladies?
No, I have.
No.
I have helped. Yeah, I help people out. You know, that's what I do because I know that at one time in my life I wasn't all together. I know that everything with me was not all together, and somebody did come along and help me out. So if you come to me letting me know this is what it is, I'm gonna help you. I don't have a problem with that. I will help you. But if it becomes a pattern, let me just say this. If it becomes a pattern, I'm gonna start questioning it. Because you're not
you should. And you didn't even need to add that up there because that was very well said.
exactly.
You said that beautifully.
Yes.
You know, but you know that's what it all becomes as far as. But the man should be able to feel comfortable enough to ask the woman
Right.
if he needs that. And like the advice I gave them was, if you don't feel comfortable enough to ask, then you don't need to be with it. Y'all ain't really that close. It's less than what you think it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's no way I'm gonna be with a woman that I'm not comfortable enough to say I need a piece of meat. I'm hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And the most important,
for whatever reason, I don't have to say I left my wallet in my car.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I need $20 for gas.
That's right.
And I shouldn't have to explain myself.
No.
Like a little common test that that you do with your woman, young men and young ladies or whatever. Just ask them like if you don't have and see how they react.
That's right.
And then let your reaction be sincere.
And that there is going to be the red flag or the green light for where that relationship is going to go. Ask for something of what they consider as value.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And then you're going to see the real them. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Let me get another question. Twig, you got another one for me? Yeah, social media thing and all that.
Wait, I wanted to touch on that too. This one point. If you're a woman and you are going to help your man, like if for some, give him any type of money or whatever, a lot of times where the relationship goes sour is the woman can be petty and they'll throw it in his face. And I can't stand females that do that. My thing is, if you're going to do something for someone, be sincere.
Right.
Or don't do it. And then they say, look, either, yeah, I got you, and then that's it. It's never spoken of again, or saying, sorry, I wish I could, but I'm not able to, but maybe if you do this, that, and the third, that can help you out. But you still got to show some form of support, whether if it's not money on the spot, find a solution some kind of way, because that also shows that you care. But the worst thing females do, and men, is when they do a solid, they throw it in the face, and that's where everything just goes sour.
Yeah, that's just a spiteful chick. Move over a little bit more in the camera. There you go. We only see half of your face, Paradise. There you go, right there. Beautiful. That's what they want to see. Okay. Go ahead, Miss Twiggy.
Okay, question. So I think the next question for me is, a lot of times women, we want to believe that we have the greatest man of them all, right? We just want to believe that. We want to believe that this is our man, he's taking care of home. But it hurts when you find out that he is cheating on you with another woman. It hurts. And I think my question would be, how do we deal with that?
It hurts him too, young lady.
We still want to be with him, We don't even want to go nowhere. We want to be with him. And I think it just hurts when we find out all this time we've been together, we've been riding, everything's good. We just so hurt. How do we deal with that as a woman? Just what do we do? What do we say? How do that?
Well, I know what a lot of females do. They always have interviews. And what an interview is who's going to be number two? Because they already going to sense the signs. As if you know your man and you know him, even when he's intimate with you, things may be a little different. When he's with somebody else. So what females do is, okay, so they got the work hubby, they got the homie up in the DM, they got the person, giving them all that attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's the interview process. Like, yes, like, he'll go, oh, what's going on? Yo, I don't know what's going on. He didn't come home the other night. He always come home at this time. Then when we got together, I wanted to get some, and he just made this argument. So because he was too tired. Since when you too tired to get some from me? I know I'm the bomb. That's the interview process. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of it cushions the hurt. It's a bad way, but really that's how like females be like, I ain't even gonna try to think about it. Let me get him to remedy that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my number 2. Is it right? No. But what he's doing ain't right either. What needs to happen is communication, because there's gonna be times either or want to window shop, or they want to be, they have other type of interest. But if you don't communicate with your partner, how am I going to know? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could have did something a little different, or maybe you need that type of attention ain't good for you. Communication is key, because he's taken away that option. But how did I deal with it? Oh, let me book my flight. I'm going to Barbados. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to say, okay, so I was too nice to him. Now it's time to be nice to me. And this is where the self-care and the self-love come in. But it takes time for a woman to strengthen herself, and that to be, to make that type of choice. Because when I was much younger, I was just like, I'm throwing stuff at him if I saw him, or I'll be like, oh no, I'm going to do me. And that's not the best, it's not the best thing to do. But yeah, I go to Barbados. I go somewhere else.
But listen, see, you speak my point that I speak. Like I said, I just give it to y'all 2 real 100, and y'all don't like that and get on that Miss T stuff. You know what I mean? About we emotional and all that, because I'm keeping it 100. You know what I mean? When I touch an emotional chord within you ladies, please don't feel obligated that you have to try and point the finger back at me. You know what I mean? Just wear your badge of honor with honor. Now, the point that I'm making is, she just said that she has her number 2 in her sideline, her practice, or whatever heck title she wants to put on it. So she got little side dudes over here. He got his side dudes over there. We both got our side dudes. So ain't nobody need to be in their goddamn feelings in the middle when we both know that we got our side dudes and our play dudes on the side. You understand what I'm saying? So unless you come and you say that we're not going to do no side dudes and this is what we want with ladies, we're not going to come in. It might be 1 out of 10, but 9 out of 10 men is not going to come at you and say, hey, this is what I want. I want a relationship. I want this and I want that. First thing we want to do is talk to you. And then as we talk to you and we feel comfortable with you just opening your mouth, then we take that for granted. Now, everything that we wanted out the window for making you the wife or making you a woman or making you a star or potential thing or bringing you home to mama, all of that just went out the window because you opened your mouth. You know what I mean? Just because you opened your mouth. Now, if you would have been more serious and a little bit more debonair and a little bit more mysterious, you understand what I'm saying? Then he would have stayed, because he would have had something to chase, because now he wants to get you to talk. So, you know what I mean? Because now he don't got what he wants, so it's a wrap. You know what I mean? So he know, I can back this. Yes, exactly. Women talk too much, they talk their way out of a relationship. You know what I mean?
But let me just say,
because the dude looking at you already thinking, damn. So when we look at you, we already see, damn, look at the lips on that mother. Look at her jawline. Oh, she could take a good deep throat. You know, we have these crazy fantasies, and then we saying what we want.
That's
you know what I'm saying? In our mind. We're like, damn, and she ain't bad for wifey material because she look good too. I wouldn't mind waking up with her in the morning. You know, all this is going through our minds. You know what I mean? We thinking on wifing you, but we never act upon it.
That's right.
We just continue. Go ahead. What you saying?
Women do the same thing. We and we come.
That's the point I'm making. That we both do the same. We both do faults, man.
When we come,
until we ready to settle down.
Yeah, when we come in contact with somebody that look good, our imagination, we go there as well. We don't.
No, but
definitely, that's true.
We're not making it. We're all dogs, man.
No.
When we're young, we all dogs.
No,
we playing like if we know angels and we know this and that. We all dogs because, like she said, she got a little man on the side to practice thing, and she going to Barbados and Bahamas and all this to go get a Stella. You understand what I'm saying? And
no. Ain't nothing about no Stella. I just want to be somewhere where paradise could be in paradise. You know what I mean? Yeah. I need a change of scenery. I don't need to be reminded of the games he played on me.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of this is you want to be minded of the game. Ain't nothing to be minded of. Ain't no game we play because there wasn't no game. The man told you what it was when he met you. You just didn't want to take heed to what he was saying. You know
That is not true.
So you tapped and pity patted around the words that meant I ain't trying to get no relationship. I'm just trying to go out and have some fun. Let's go to the movies. Now you go to the movies, you all of a sudden you thinking, damn,
What
you
happens
smell good.
when every woman is just not into the game? Some women want to be serious. You do have women that's with the game. Don't you know what happens when you just ain't with the game part?
That's the point that I'm making. I just said it. That's
right.
when that's I'm giving you the best advice as an old gangster.
Okay.
That's when you got to tell me at the beginning when
Beginning.
you shake my hand and I say my name is Unique. Tell me your resume. Let's discuss what you want. Then I know you a boss bitch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you telling me who you are. You ain't gonna wait for me to tell you who I am.
That's right.
Because you're the woman. Woman, go first.
That's right. That's right.
So you have to tell me what you want. If you don't tell me what you want, that means it's up for grab what I want. So she don't want nothing. I just want a bone. You know what I mean? And that's where our minds is at. And then we start spending a little time because we trying to bone and we having fun with the chase of trying to bone and going out to the movies, going to the park or doing whatever. But we just having fun with it. But you look at it like we're courting you for a relationship. Well, we just courting you to drop your drawers.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds fun. It's a little direct. I mean, it is what it is. But Miss T over here with this. I'm ready for the games I helped create. I'm ready. What game did you help create? You pop in here and defend this foolery. But anyway, you got another question because they're over there bugging. And I'm in the comments. You know what I mean?
You know what?
And I'm enjoying them. You know what I mean?
You know, just
and my man Bathgate putting in check. Bathgate 155, good looking homie. That's how men do. Men hold men down.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
Just like a man, you know, I used to as I was growing up, becoming into a woman, as a young woman, you know, I was very cold-hearted. I'm not gonna sit here in front on you. I was cold-hearted. I was one of them sisters that I can sleep with you today and see you tomorrow, act like we never even slept together. Okay, that's the type of sister I was. And that was because what you had said earlier, Miss Paradise, it's like you mirroring the people that you meet, that energy. So I kept meeting a particular type of guy. And for me, it was a game. It was fun. I played it. You know, I didn't have a problem with being cheated on or saying, oh, that's my side. I didn't have that problem.
Hold up. I got to cut you off.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say earlier about you getting emotional and crying over a nigga and all this old fluffy, duffy, poodle, Paris Hilton crap?
Listen
and now you sit there telling me like you some old tough, unique gangstress.
Listen to me.
Pick one.
Younger, I played the game and I played the game well. That's what
you call that playing it well.
Yeah, for me, I mean, it was bad.
There you go for you. I'm gonna take that.
It's
good
not good. Let me tell you,
that's a lame ass game.
It's not good representation of a woman, but as a young woman, because of the men that I would meet, and this is what I thought was part of, you know, how the relationship or girlfriend and boyfriend was. I wasn't taught, just like Hassan said. So I'm thinking, oh, this is how we go. This is what I can do, and you know, I would play this little game. You know, I would play these games, but like I said, that was me as a young girl. You know, today, if we speaking of a 50-year-old woman, it's not, none of those games is going by. No,
exactly.
We're not playing games. This is not a game.
Oh, I know that.
So I think my questions was for you. It was for now because we got to come current. We got to come new generation, teaching them how to build on relationships. Because a lot of I work with young girls. Let me just say that. And so many of them is so sensitive when it comes to this relationship thing. And I keep telling them I'm in a relationship.
Emotional mistake.
You know? So I think for me, as a woman now, and if I had to give advice to a young woman or a young man, we need more mentoring. We need more people that we can look up to, especially men. A lot of men need to understand what are their purpose. What is the purpose of them going into these friendships or relationship with this young girl? Because, you know, more likely when you're in high school, you already doing a do. So we need to give more advice to them and show them how to be men, and the young girls how to carry yourself as a young woman. That's all.
Okay, I gave y'all the best advice I'm gonna give anybody for your lifetime. Take this one and say Unique, make an audio taught you this. You understand what I'm saying? Ladies, communicate when he introduces himself and tell you his name, tell him what you want. You ain't got to get into your whole life story, but tell him something about you that shows who and what you are and what you stand for. And trust me, if you're a strong enough woman, I don't care what type of man he is, he's going to be intrigued and he's going to stay a minute. You understand what I'm saying? But that don't mean that he's not going to be full of trash trying to run game just because he wants to be in the competition to say he got your draws too.
That's
you
right.
Understand? But you're going to see the court. You're going to see past the crap. But you have to stay. Look, how many of you ladies, be honest, on the sideline and these two up here? How many of you ladies, for real, you understand what I'm saying? Came out there and said, when did you say that you wanted a relationship with the man? When did the relationship conversation begin? In any relationship you was in, when did the relationship conversation begin?
It's usually in the beginning,
Like
it's usually in the beginning, but sometimes it could be once you get to know them a little bit better. The physical attraction is always first.
Thank you. That's the point that I'm making. Before the physical attract, get the communication going. This is what I want before you can look at this body, before you can look at my unique mind. This is what I want. You understand what I'm saying? Just like, I see a female and I say, like, damn, I'm trying to hit that. You know what I mean? They might take it offensive, but I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? And we can laugh about it if she a down ass chick. You're like, oh nigga, you better watch your mouth, or da-da-da. And we go from there. But that don't mean because I said that you don't give me a chance.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I said that I wasn't disrespectful.
But it's just the physical is always first.
But I was just direct. I'm just speaking my mind. So you can say you need to have that. Okay, good example. I'm gonna let you go right there. There was a nice lady walking up the street. Me and my man Sean Owens was standing over there chilling, the homie, and a nice lady walk up. I just wanted to exercise my mental, and she was on the phone talking to somebody. And jeans was all tight, wearing high heel shoes, walking my little Jamaican joint on 135th, ass jiggling everywhere. You know what I mean? But she walking up the joint, little chitty jiggling too. You know what I mean? So while she's walking up there, I'm really looking, and I said, damn, you don't know how bad I want to be those jeans. You know what I mean? And she just kept walking, and she smiled, and she said, thank you. And I said, oh, you're welcome. So then she said, I said, oh, but tell him he's a lucky man. She said, no, I'm talking to my son, but I'm single and happily single. Thank you anyway. But she entertained it, checked it, and kept going as a lady and took her props that she knows she looked good. But this is an older woman, a secure woman. You understand what I'm saying? Where a young girl would say, well, nigga, who you talking to? And I just said you look good in those jeans. They'd like to be the jeans. I mean, that's not being disrespectful. I can see if other people around and he say nasty, loud, or whatever. But if me and you there, and I'm saying directly to you, damn, I sure would like to be those jeans on you. You understand what I'm saying? You can say, nigga, you sound like a fool. And then see where I go after that. You know what I mean? Or you can say, oh, yeah, when I like to be in your jeans. You know what I mean? You can do anything. But the point is, don't just shoot it down because a man is stepping to you. Because I see so many women, it's like they don't want to, they're not allowing the men to talk to them. You know what I mean? They got their little mask on and they got their little earpiece on, what they sit here. You understand what I'm saying? And they're walking down the street, but they on the phone and not even paying attention. You know what I mean? And if somebody say, how you doing? You look nice, they don't hear him. Somebody say, yo, watch out, truck coming, they ain't gonna hear that either.
No, they're not.
You understand what I'm saying? Look, that's another rule in the penitentiary. You don't walk around both the headphones in, especially your arm, don't turn it up loud because you don't know when something happens. Somebody got to tell you to duck. You know what I mean? Same thing out there. You don't know when a madman might drive the car down there, get ready to run through everybody sitting over there on the side of the little restaurant. Because they got the madmen out there doing it. So don't say they don't do it. And that's the crazy stuff. But there's little things that's happening and you got to watch out for. A motorcycle crashing into you while you're over there. So you got to be able to have one there so you can see more away from the motorcycle crashing, bust your knee up, and you never walk again. You understand what I'm saying? You never know when something might happen. But all those is, God's way of testing you if you're on point. You know what I mean? If you sleep, you weep.
That's right. But I mean, it's when most men speak, I always speak back. I think that's just called being respectful. That's all. So if you say anything, most men always gonna have something smart to say when they see a woman come by with this voluptuous body. Like the body is like everything. So they gonna more like, they used to call me, they used to always, every time I used to pass by, the thing was damn. So when people ask me my name, I used to say damn, but that's being sarcastic. I had to learn that. That's being sarcastic.
But Mom, that might be a shell.
Wait a minute. It's so that I have a sense of humor. Now at the beginning, it was to me an insult. I didn't understand. Like I was getting offended by it. I was getting very offended by it. I was finding it to be, I was like, well, maybe I need to change the way I dress. Maybe I need to do something different with myself, because you're going to have to be able to take that compliment. But like you said, women of caliber, and because my self-esteem is not low, I had to, if you want to walk out like that, you got to be able to take what goes with it. That's the way I had to look at it. So when I got used to it, and I had to walk up to it, but I drive. So that was another thing. I got in the habit of, when I used to be offended by it, I used to hurry up and get in my car so nobody won't even see what I had on. That was the thing too.
And why wear it?
Exactly. That's why I had to learn. That's why I say eventually I had to learn. You got to deal with these things. So as a woman, you have to realize what you're doing. You got to really take heed of what you're doing, because if you're stepping out like that, you're going to get some compliments like that, and you're going to get some people that going to say things to you that you're not going to like. So either you're going to go back and forth with people all day, or you just going to be conscious of what you have on, And that's what I had to do. I had to realize, wait a minute, it's not that man's fault you look like that.
Good example. I ran this one last week. I told you I was at a little Jersey party out there in Jersey. Girl came by with some old tight wool dress, looking nice, covering a little basketball butt, looking good. It wasn't jiggling, it was a little tight, but it was nice. Very nice. Not disrespecting her. But anyway, so she's sitting there and she walks by and she had another girl with her. The other girl was cool as ice. I mean, the girl was that was wifey material. You understand me? Her personality.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? But she didn't even know how beautiful she was. Beautiful she was. You understand what I'm saying? But now the other one that was dressed up all nice, and the little younger one, the body a little tighter, showing the long legs with the stripper boots and all that, looking good. You know what I mean? I said, oh yeah, come here. Yeah, you the one I want. Let me holler at you for 1 minute. You know what I mean?
But that's the problem, because a lot of guys entertain that type of image of a female instead of having the homegirl, the down to earth vibe from a female. And I know that from experience. I've always been put in the homegirl slot because I wasn't doing all of this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying, to get attention. I never seek attention.
I got it. Makes sense. But I'm back to where I was at with this shorty out in Jersey.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that is like,
no, because it's just what we're speaking about with her, with the tight dress, going out, knowing the attention that you're gathering.
That's
so let me talk to you for me. You don't want to holler at. You understand what I'm saying? She took it like I was literally saying I was trying to holler at her on a personal time. You understand what I'm saying? Oh no, and this whole time, and I'm looking at her like you're corny. You know what I mean? Just relax. I'm just calling you to just talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, whatever I say to get you to stop, as long as I don't call you a bitch, a defamatory family your name, and just excuse me, mom, to get your attention. We had a party, it's loud, it's noisy. You know what I mean? Whatever a person say, you stop and say, what is it? They said, nah, nigga, I ain't trying to holler at you. And you can keep it moving. You know what I mean? But don't be scared to stop and think that a man is wrong for hollering at you when you got your little cheeks out. You know what I mean? Which is
that's that immature vibe they got.
By however he try and stop you. You know what I mean? You attracted this attention, and then you get mad when I give it to you. Like, how do you want me to give you this attention when you chose to wear this attention grabber?
That's right. And that's what I said. Women, we have to be more mindful and more conscious of what we're putting on, what we, how we represent ourselves, basically. If you're going to represent yourself that way, this is what's going to happen. And I speak to young girls about that all the time. I think that they're doing too much, especially as a young girl. I think the tattoos, piercings, that's a lot of attention. And that's all I tell them. I just let them know that
parents is allowing them to do it, man.
Yes.
From 12 and 13, the kids,
a lot of
got to allow them to do it.
That's right. And
instead of giving them talking to, that's going to be on you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And I think
all stripper tattoos and tell them how you done screwed up. You know what I mean? Instead of hiding that you old ex-stripper.
Yeah. But I think this is what's going on in our society today. It's like that attention. I got to look this way. I got to look that. They all looking up to the celebrities, how they supposed to look. Nobody don't want to be themselves. And it's kind of hard. And then when you're trying to tell a young child, like, listen, this right here, all this you doing, you're not going to like if you can't handle it, you're not going to like the attention.
And then you got to maintain it. If you're going to do all that, you have to maintain it.
And they are going out. I mean, you got the tongue piercings and all this. I said, what the heck? listen, I go through it every day with young girls, and I tell them the truth. I can't tell them nothing but the truth. I'm not going to sit there and let them go out there and make them think that it's not their fault. I'm not saying it's your fault, but keep in mind that attracts a lot of wrong attention. That's what I tell them. I said the negative attention is going to come right at you, and don't be upset, but just keep in. Maybe if you don't go out, try not going out without the piercing. Let's just try that for one day and see the attention you get. You know, I always give them examples because I want them to see the difference and I want them to know the difference. You know, I can't do it. I'm just too old, but I'm not going outside. Certain ways, you're not going to have me look like that. I'm not doing it because I can't.
But that's the point. And the younger people don't want to listen when the older people talk.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? But I think, right, you know, it might be because they hiding certain things from them. Like I said, show them that old stripper tattoo you got when you was drunk. You know what I mean? Over there stripping in Tijuana, thinking nobody will know, trying to pay your college tuition. Tell them about the hard times we had. I know a lot of girls that had a hard time because I ran a strip club. And I love them for what they did and respect them even more for the choices they made. You know what I mean? Because like I said, my mother took some choices with me. And, you know, my mother shared them with me. That's what made me attracted to her more as a man, to know the sacrifices she made, you know what I mean, that she went through for me, what I need to go through for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't believe like some dudes want to talk bad about their parents. You know what I mean? I mean, talk bad about me as your father, but don't talk bad about your mother, man.
That's
right. You know what I mean? Your mother put up with your trash. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. I wouldn't put up with it like your mother. Ain't no man gonna put up with it like no woman gonna put up with it. I mean, a mother that's raising that child. Because we can't dip our head in and out and think that we being equal. You understand what I'm saying, to what's going on? You know, I mean, we got my good brother back. You know what I mean? I mean, that's where we at. But they was talking. I want to answer one though. I want to say.
What happened?
We missed you.
What you say you need?
Welcome back.
Yeah, my phone died.
Man, we're juicing now. You know what I mean? All right, so this.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I was trying to get back.
Yeah, I'm seeing they was over here talking about sometimes women just want nothing more than to let's go eat, you know, talk and see you later. I agree with that. Yeah, that's Miss T. You know what I mean? I agree with that 100%. But the point is, communicate it. You don't communicate it. So stop it. You know what I mean? That's what's in your mind. You know what I mean? You got to tell us. You in your mind that you just going out to eat, go, and then you leave. You understand what I'm saying? And then by some reason, 2 o'clock in the morning, you sliding up to his apartment. Whoa. You understand what I'm saying? But it's on your mind, you eat, go, and go. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you slide up to his apartment because you slipping. You know what I mean? And then you want to, he doing something wrong because he thinking he going to get the sex when you come in the apartment. What the heck is you going there 2 o'clock in the morning for if you was trying to eat, you know, and talk and leave? You know what I mean? Then you do just that. You stick to the script. You know what I mean? You don't get sidetracked, go out the way, and then come back and say, oh, no, you're going out the program. No, you went out the program because you wound up with your ass in my apartment at 2 o'clock in the morning. But we went out at 7 o'clock that we could have ate, and you could have talked, we could have done anything you want to do, and carried your ass. But instead, you don't. What do you want? You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, happy born day, J Bodega, man. J Bodega, happy born day. You know what I mean? But
you know what I'm saying? I let the woman tell you she want to give you something with her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. She let you know stay away with the eyes, and she let you know come close with the eyes. Because I'm not into no wrestling match. I ain't doing wrestling. Huh?
No, wrestling, big bro.
What you said?
How do you figure wrestling? You said you're not with no wrestling. How do you figure wrestling? Yeah,
I can't hear enough.
But anyway, so now there was another comment that they was talking about
you said?
Hold up, God. You know what I mean? About women buying.
I don't take nothing they ain't giving to me.
Yeah, your joint freezing up, son.
You heard me?
Yeah, your joint freezing up. You heard your joint freezing up. Hold on.
About women what?
Yeah. So let me move so I can talk for a minute. Now, about women buying men, let's stop this. Women buying men. If a man is using a woman, and that's the title he chooses to put on it, that he's using her. If a man is using a woman to buy him or do whatever she's doing for him with her financial needs, you know what I mean? That's exactly what he's doing. You know what I mean? And she's not buying him. You understand what I'm saying? He's using her.
Right.
You understand? Because he's gaining more. If it's the nut that she's giving him that's allowing her to cough out the money of spending for him, she can do that on her own. You know what I mean? She can do it on her own, because when it's over, it's all the same thing. You know what I mean? So I mean, don't get caught up in the thinking that, you know, like the women is winning. You know what I mean? I mean, of course the woman got the money. She just say, yo, man, I just want to have sex. Here's $200, here's $500, go shopping. That's one thing. It seems like a dude doing to a woman. You know what I mean? But we're not going to say that they're buying them. You know what I mean? Because buying them implies that they're taking advantage of them, like they're using them, like they own them. You know what I mean? No, they're leasing their service. You know what I mean? They're giving them something to get their service. They're leasing and renting their service.
You said they're leasing a service. You're saying that woman is leasing that service to the man. Wait up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
This is not the car dealership.
I have never in my life heard of, for one, women even taking care of men. I never heard of that in my world.
But you know what happens. We know it don't happen in your world, but you know what happens.
In my world, I never heard of it.
You know what I mean? Let's stop it.
And said we leasing something for something. No, it don't go that way. It don't go that way. So for me, that's like you said, you're using me. For one, I'm not gonna let you use me.
Exactly.
Not for my kitty cat or for your little pee-pee. We're not gonna do that neither. But I mean, it's okay if, like, you know, we talked about it earlier, if you get into a situation, but I'm not gonna let you use me. You know, you're not gonna get anything from me. Believe me when I tell you, you're not gonna get anything from me. And this is what I don't like about today's culture, that you do have women out there that are leasing men. You said it right. They are. And they are right with it. And they are all right with it. I have a problem with it. And I'm not going to allow that to happen to me or anyone else around me. We're not doing that. Because to me, that's just a sorry person. That man is sorry. He's lazy. He's just got nothing going for himself. So
I feel a man is supposed to enjoy, you know, just knowing that he's taking care of a woman. Just to see a woman's reaction when he do the little things, take the garbage out, give her a hug and a kiss.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, she can take it out of damn self, but it means more when you willingly do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To show that you care about her, so she don't break a nail just because that's your woman. And then first you tell her, "Nah, baby, I got this."
That's right.
That's what I'm here for.
Those are the little things, the garbage and stuff like that. Those are the little things. That's not even nothing major. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm
here. Those sis, that's why I use that, because young ladies, if you let him get away with carrying you, if a man come over the house chilling and you got to carry out your own damn garbage, he need to carry his ass out that door too.
That's right, and stay.
You know what I mean? Because he's supposed to, you know, he's supposed to feel some type of manly gratitude. You know what I mean? To want to give back. Any little bit that he could give the sister while he's in the house, that's masculine. Because she let you in there as her damsel in distress, trying to meet you and get to know you. So now you give her something as well.
Yeah.
And you feel good doing it is the point that I was getting at.
Yeah,
you know, a man supposed to feel good doing for a woman.
Nah,
if you don't feel good doing for her, then you don't really love her. You know what I mean? Bottom line. So that might be a meter for you men. If you don't want to open the door for her, if you don't want to apologize when you forget to open the door, because I forget to open the door. When I said, my bad, baby, I should have got the door. You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't even trying to do that, then you definitely don't care about it. So if you care about it, you will understand that, baby, I'm trying. Definitely. I just forgot to get the door this time, but I will get it next time. That's what all of that gesture is saying. And everything that I'm getting at is communication as it happens.
That's right.
I don't wait till I go home and say, yeah, baby, you remember we was at the Target tonight, you know, when I didn't open the door, you know, I'm sorry I didn't open the door back then to Target 2 hours ago. You know what I mean? No, when it happens and she walks in the door, he says, excuse me, baby, my bag, I didn't open the door. When it happens, not 2 hours later. So it's meaningless. The same way you telling me 3 dates later, regular dates, no sex, just going out, eating, having fun, looking stupid, like Miss T said. You know what I'm saying? Now you come back after those 3 dates and, you know, I hit the skins And you was thinking that if you give me the skins, then we're going to be in a relationship. So we have two different thought patterns here.
Definitely.
Why are different?
Definitely.
I got a point on that too. And it doesn't always have to be like, the manly thing, like taking out the garbage or whatever. I had one time a situation where we were like very, very committed. And I always held him down, right? And I would even do our laundry together because that's what you do, And I have those type of standards anyway. But one time I came home and I smelled the Downy, right? I smell that game. I get a little bit closer. I only see his stuff was clean and mine was left.
Oh, he got to go.
I said, no, you got to go.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, it's not that big deal. And I said, no, where I come from, I'm a woman of principle. And the point is I can always make sure you're fresh to death, but you couldn't make sure I was. So I see there's no reciprocation going on here. That means there's no respect factor, and there's no need for me to continue to hold you down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing with women. We have to find our self-worth at the worst moment. We gotta find it, because if you don't find it, it's gonna keep continuing. It's gonna be, you're gonna be looked at as you always allow things to happen, but you have to find that voice and that strength in the worst situation in order to grow from it. Because I could have been like, oh, okay, let me just do my laundry. No, it's the principle. How you smelling good and my stuff is in the hamper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show, like, I gave you a title, I gave you my I cared about you, I held you down, and you didn't do that for me. No, we gotta separate. And then now to this day, he tries to be cordial and go, I never met anyone that could top what you did. Good for you. And I told him, don't tell your little girlfriends that. Build them up, because that's what you didn't do with me. I built myself up. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take you to decide to build yourself up?
In that relationship, it was about 6 years. And no situation like that. That situation was the first occurrence of I felt disrespect. I haven't seen that before. But it was, the more it got serious, he got comfortable. He got too comfortable. And then when you get too comfortable, it's like the effort is gone, the love ain't really strong, and it's not there.
That's true.
But as women, we always keep that fire going throughout the whole relationship.
But no, don't give yourself that credit like that. Stop it.
Oh, I'm giving myself credit on this show.
Stop the credit.
Want it.
Right there, women, we give ourselves that credit. Stop it. Y'all, I just said it earlier. Y'all stop doing what you started doing in the beginning.
Not every woman.
And then we go out and find it somewhere else, or we stupid enough or too emotional, as Miss T said, where we can't tell you that we want to smut you out. You know what I mean? Because we love you too much. So we go find somebody else to smut out. And then they smut you out so good that we fall in love with them and leave the wife to get with her. And then now we want to stop smutting her out because we want to see her look like the dumb wife that you done got rid of. You know what I mean? But now you done got the smut out chick, turn it into wifey, and now you go out looking for another smut out chick. And the cycle goes on and on until you grow up and you realize that, man, communicate with your woman. That's right. What the whole thing is about. Communicate.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I done did that, done that. I mean, you know what I mean? Come on, man.
It's just going to lead in the same circle of never ending.
But do you think you ever find yourself being with just one woman?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Do you think you can ever find yourself being with just one woman?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
You know, and I think that I am now. I'm a faithful man.
Yeah.
And I'm a loyal man.
And I'm saying that.
But when I'm talking, I want you to understand that I'm talking, so that the youth can see, my mentality as the youthful mentality that's out there But the majority of them that's out there and what they after, so the young ladies know how to react and what it is. That's why I like when you speak from a grown woman's point of view, and I like to speak from an 88, 92 point of view. You know what I mean? Because that's the mentality of the men in 2020. Because we all still got the same whack ass game, doing the same dumb shit, trying to get the same thing. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, the players change, but everything else is still on the court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's on the court, man. You know, so that's all it really is. It ain't picking no sides. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm man enough to say that I made mistakes. You know what I mean? I made a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? Most of my ways wasn't even mistakes. They were selfish.
Selfish.
You know what I mean? Being selfish is what most men is now. Mixed T with this emotional crap. You know what I mean? Being selfish is what men are.
Yeah, very.
Once we get enough, we done. She ain't even get a hug. We said we done. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, once the game is over, we ready to leave.
Yeah.
We don't care that she wants to talk to the cheerleader because she's her friend or whoever. I'm done watching the game. I came in to watch the game. I'm ready to go. I don't even want to talk to this guy. You know what I mean? And they're being selfish. You know what I mean? But men are selfish. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what really, hinders us from growing until we realize that we're selfish. Like when I forgot to hold the door for my lady. You know what I mean? I knew that I was wrong for not doing it. So instead of making an excuse, I said to myself, look, you're not going to get the door early. You know what I mean? You try and walk through your faults as they go through and help yourself. Because everything starts with self. If you don't know yourself, you don't love yourself, and you don't understand yourself, there's no way you can express yourself.
And then
communication again, expressing yourself to tell them what you want, what you will and will not accept in your life.
Yeah, you have to be confident in that, and you have to exude confidence in expressing what you want. When you're strong enough to do that, you're gonna attract the energy that you're giving out. That's just how I feel. It should be, and it's gonna be. Like if I know that I've been through a lot, but I strengthen myself. I know what I'm expecting. I know what I would want in a man. And I would, I'm definitely going to be me regardless of what he expects. But I'm going to bring forth the best to the table. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also going to say, look, I got a lot of things I'm flawed so much. And I hope you can respect that too. Because I'm not trying to be everything you want. But I'm going to need you to respect the differences that I am. And how we can build together, because if I'm everything somebody wants, then there's no joy in that.
Everything you say is 100% true. 100% true. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But be honest, how many times have you communicated that at the beginning of the relationship, not after it started crashing, not all of that? Because there's no way you was with somebody for 6 years. You had plenty of time to communicate what you won't do in 6 years. You said you was there for 6 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had 6 years to communicate. That's a lot of space.
You know what it is? Another issue that I take ownership on. I chose to ignore the red flags. I chose to.
And that's the point that I'm making, that they been gave you the red
And
flag.
I'm woman enough to say that. I'm not perfect at all, and I ain't trying to be at all.
But that's what life is about, taking responsibility so you can move on. You get to any anonymous AA class, first thing you got to do is stand up and say, my name is such and such, and I'm a drunk, I'm a sex addict, I'm a whatever the heck I came in and said that I'm addicted to.
Mm-hmm.
You have to claim that. You know what I mean?
And that's why even as though I'm not together with this person, he always respects now, as far as me vocally communicating, when that time where I had to find the strength to do it, he respects me so much more, even though we're not together no more because of my choice. But he says, I will always respect the woman that you were and the woman that you will be with somebody else. They're gonna be so much, they're gonna appreciate you more. And then it got to the point where he admitted, I was selfish. I don't want to grow up. And I said, you know what? That's all right. Thank you for expressing that. But this is where I need to take my exit. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you the best, but I can't raise somebody that didn't come out of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of things my issue with is a lot of young men, it's in our communities, it's a lot of single households where the father's not involved, right? And you see your mother struggling, you see the way she's been treated, and she still does what she needs to do. So if you're seeing that as an example of a young man growing up, why are you doing the things that the father had done? You know what I'm saying? I never understood that.
Say it again.
I never.
The same thing the father have done. You're saying that the kid is doing the same thing the father done, meaning being deadbeat, is what you're trying to say in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I got that. Okay, I want to make sure we're on the same plan. But see, that's what the whole thing is. I mean, we can see our father do this, see our father do that. But at the end of the day, as we get older, we know what he did was wrong. We know the way he treated us was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We know the way he handled situations, the way he put his hands on moms, all that was wrong. We know that's wrong because we didn't want him putting his hands on our mother.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So then what gives him the right to put his hands on another woman? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, you know it's wrong because you didn't want your father beating your mother. So don't say that because you saw your father beating your mother, now you're going to go ahead and beat the next woman that you with. Because you know it's wrong because you didn't want your father beating your mother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's the time I don't understand.
None of that. No, you knew it was wrong because you still don't want nobody to whoop your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's wrong. If it's wrong to whoop your mother, it's wrong to whoop your woman. Treat your woman like she's your mother. You know what I mean? And take the sexual thought out your mind. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just keep it 100, man. You know, I mean, you know, and young man, I wasn't always this on point. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I just wanted to hit it, quit it, stick it, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? And I'm telling from the door, y'all just trying to bang your back out. You know what I mean? I want to hear you scream. You know what I mean? You know? Man,
but after that, it just
never take away
okay.
the right to choose. So let her know from the beginning what you want. And then if she give it to you, that's what it is. She can't come back 6 months later and say, oh, I wanted a relationship or now I want a relationship. Because I told you from the door, I just wanted to hit it. Forget all that. I told you the cruelest way, the meanest way. Either way, I told you, I just wanted to hit it. So no matter what title, what language I said, I just said, tat, 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 tat. You good? You know what I mean? You good? You know what I mean? Whenever I want to try, you know what I mean. So don't switch it up later and try to make it like we had more than what we had.
Okay, so my question is this: how long will you, when it comes to one woman, if you feeling her, how long are you gonna let this game go on before you try to conquer?
It's not a matter of conquer. It's a matter of surrendering. You know what I mean? You want to surrender to the right queen that knows how to take you and cherish you as the king you are and protect you. So you surrender to her. I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? I will surrender to my woman. You know what I mean? And let her know that I lay down my sword. Now I just want to be a man laying next to my woman.
Okay, you got some G, all right.
No, I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? Until then, I'm that cocky nigga doing me. If I want to hit it, I want to hit it. You know what I mean? When I meet that right one, you understand what I'm saying? I will surrender my arms, you know, which is my heart, because that's what's been protecting me. That's my armor. You know,
I dig it.
Not too loosely, you know. But the reason men don't tell the truth up front about only wanting sex is because the fear of the woman telling them no, so they have to mislead them as it's going to be a relationship. That's what I said from the beginning.
Can I answer that?
They try to act like it's this. Speak on it.
All right, let me speak on it. The thing is, when it comes, let me express what women feel on that. We don't really respect that because you're not giving us that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Saying, okay, let me get it in with you or not. You just want to charm your way for your intention. A lot of times, if men are upfront and say, okay, look, you know, I'm feeling you, you know, I want this and that and the third, but I'm not looking for this, then I could go, okay, you're giving me that option of whether I want to deal with you or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like 9 times out of 10, a lot of women nowadays, they just want that situationship where, okay, let's do us and I'll see you when I see you. So, but a lot of men don't, they feel that they got to do that old game or old chase of getting the panties. And to be honest, if you being upfront, a lot of women would be like that, okay, what's up? You know, because it takes a lot to really, for a relationship, it's a lot of investment. 9 times out of 10, most people not even worth that investment. But the whole point is, when you're out upfront with a woman, trust me, a lot of them are like, all right, cool. And as opposed to you doing your cute little game. Yeah, that's cute, but okay, I thought about it when I first saw you. But a lot of women don't say that. But that's just real spill. You know, I'll look at a guy like, we go out. I'm like, damn, he look like I could do some things. I could do something with him. Every woman thinks that. Every woman think that. But when you don't give her that option, it's like you played yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You played yourself. No one cares about your little runaround. Just say what it is, and that's it.
Listen, man, I know that I played those little silly games too, just because I was bored and I wanted to enter that fake ass arena. You know what I mean? So I played a little silly game with a chick that I felt was silly, and she plays silly games. So I'm going to show her that I know how to play these silly games even better than your silly ass. You know what I mean? So I got involved in this silly game of bull crap with her silly ass. You know what I mean? So I wined and dined her, took her to the beach, took my shoes off, let my toes hit the sand. You understand what I'm saying? Took her over to a coconut tree. You know? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did everything right. I take the coconut tree,
Okay.
The rest to do what I do. And then I'm walking back to the hotel. I didn't even ask for the sex. Now I got her sitting there steaming wet, moist, and the whole nine. You know what I mean? Now we get back to the joint. We smoke, we drink, we lay down, our neck on it, all that old fake good stuff. But the whole time I already got in my head, I'm going to play this one out because he thinks he's slicker than fish. You know what I mean? So now we laying down, we do that after we done. She think we gonna get it on, and then I get up and I go in the other room and I go to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? But the whole
That's
time,
cold.
this is a mental game now. The game is not about getting the sex at this point. You know what I mean? With her. Now we're playing a mind game.
Yeah, it is mental.
That's the type of chick that say, oh, I don't talk to dudes like that. I would never talk to a dude like you. You know what I mean? But then when you slide a number on the low and you call her, she want to talk to you, but she got an attitude. So you got to fight off the attitude. You know what I mean? The little verbal cat fight. You know what I'm saying? And then when you do a little verbal cat fight, she looking at you and she like, damn, that nigga slick. But she still got an attitude. And then you look at it, oh, you's a sexy mother. And that's when you reach over, grab her by the back of the neck, look at it, and say, man, I'm going to screw the crap out of you because you keep faking. You know what I mean? You tell her right there, you faking. You know what I mean? No, and then you play the real verbal game. You don't play that little cat and mouse. That's when after you do all that, say, yo, I'm going, because you know she wants it now. You don't left her boiling 3 times back to back. Out on the beach, you know what I mean? In the living room, and then we went to the bedroom, and I went in my bed and went to sleep. I know she moist and boiling. And that's when I come in. You know what I mean? You know you want this thing. Stop the games. You know what I mean? And that's when you have that mental challenge with her. And you see how she reacts. And the first thing she's going to do, she's any type of woman, she's going to laugh. And then she's going to talk her shit back to defend herself, because a woman always throw her dukes up, especially verbally. But all she's doing is the same way like a dude say, yeah, you know what it is. And you know what I mean? We start, you know what I mean? It's the same way. Oh, yeah, nigga, you think you slick. Okay, you think you got the gift of gab, you know? And it make her tighten up and come at me a little, you know what I mean, different. But those are the type of, and in the long run, those either be your best friend or you wind up making them your partner. Meaning like your sister, your homeboy, your homegirl, because y'all gelled, man.
Yeah, you could bond, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But you just wasn't compatible in a relationship. You know it and he know it.
But the thing is, people need to accept that it's okay to embrace a different type of relationship with the person.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Because I personally respect my friends more than someone that I'm in a situationship with.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell my homeboys that all the time. Like I tell them, there could be a time where, I don't know, I'll dye myself up or do something or color my hair, and they'll be, feeling me a little bit more, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna go that way.
So what you
I respect you more as a friend than someone. Now the tables unturned, because guys do it to girls all the time. I know that because I was always put in the homegirl slot because I always made you laugh. I always made you think. I always.
That's the point I made. Once you open your mouth, we knew all we want to do was hit.
Right. But like with men, I let them know I'm gonna respect you more because after I get what I want, I mean, what else is there to talk about? But if I know if we bonding,
you don't feel the same way after he gets what he wants.
I mean, yeah. If but it's how you go about doing it too.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. It seems like starting. I mean, I don't like keep saying her name, but her name came up in the comments. Miss T seemed to be the ringleader of this crap with this men and emotions stuff. You know what I mean? Stop the crap, Miss T. You know what I mean? Men is not emotional, man. Women are emotional. That's why y'all feel you got to get back and always got to have the last word. You know what I mean? We're defensive. We sit back, we let you hit us, we let you talk trash, so we'll sit there. You would never sit there and let us do any of that to you. You know what I mean? Because you're emotional, you know what I mean? And you're aggressive, human beings. You know what I mean? But as a man, your spirit have to calm that woman. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Just like your spirit calms a child. And I'm not comparing a woman to a child, so nobody even jump out there talking stupid. But just like how you look at your son when he's doing something wrong and he know to chill. The same way you should look at your partner, man or woman. You know what I mean? If the woman is doing something wrong, he's supposed to look at it and she's supposed to know. Well, okay, let me tighten up. You know what I mean? And if she look at me a certain way, I'm supposed to be, oh shit, let me tighten up my eyeballs all reckless. I know I shouldn't have looked at that bitch, but chick. I knew you. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You respect each other. And like when you're in a good, solid, gelled relationship with somebody, it's like you don't have to speak words.
You don't. You just know that your energy, your souls. Once you're intimate with someone, your soul is connected. Mm-hmm. So it's like I should already sense if you having a good day or that bad day or in between. Exactly. Something's on your mind. If I'm if I've shared my body, my temple with you, I'm gonna rub off on you, and you're gonna rub off on me. And when we are together, our energy is just going to be that more radiant. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you want to choose someone to play with, you keep them in that position. That's where women need to take the emotion out. But if you're looking for someone where you want to have a supplemented relationship where someone cares about what's going on in my heart, what's going on in my day to day, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what you need to look for. A lot of people, they giving titles to the wrong type of person, and they shouldn't get mad at the end result. And that's what I learned in my last relationship.
Okay, she just spoke some wisdom. Right now, we only got 6 nights. I see a whole lot of people watching this steady, man. Hit the like button and keep it 100. Treat me like I treat you. I give you love. Give me love. You know what I mean? Hit the like button so these people know.
Yes, hit that like button.
All right? Let's keep it 100. That's how family do. Now, what was that last crap you said? Everything y'all say today just sounds like crap to a whole gangster. What did you just say? That last statement. Give me that last statement.
The last statement I was saying that
the relationship you had was this and that was gushy. Tell me the gushy part.
My last point was you can't give the right title to the wrong person and then get mad at the end result. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's like, yo, listen, man, if you know she's a stripper, she's a stripper. You know what I mean? Don't call her plumber and don't call her wife. She's a stripper. You know what I mean? End the story, man. Let's just keep it 100. You know where she is. And you know where she is. If he's a dog, he's a dog. You know what
it's just like with your friends. You can't have friends where I have a set of friends I party with and I have a set of friends I talk and vent to. I'm not gonna vent to my party friends,
Tell them
and I'm not gonna party with the people that I vent to, because those are two different elements, two different energies that I need to keep separate, or it's gonna be an issue if I mix the two. It's the same way when you're dealing with a man or a woman. If you want fun or you want something where you just want physical, you have it with that particular person. And if you want something more on a spiritual and a building up each other, when you could know you in the movement by yourself, but you find someone better, then that's what you look for. But you don't give a title to the one that don't deserve the other. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of time we confuse titles, and we give out titles based on lust.
Yeah, lust, infatuation.
You know, exactly. It all falls in the same thing. You know what I mean? Emotions. You know what I mean? Like Miss T said, women are more emotional. That's why y'all fall in love quicker. Let's stop the crap. Okay? Let's stop the crap. You know what I mean? Women are more emotional.
We are.
Too. We know some men get emotional, but women are more emotional. I mean, it's in the genetic makeup, and it's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. We love
but
it.
Men
feel like that. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes a man needs to feel like he just saved this woman.
Yeah.
You know,
my thing is this: I would want you to be sensitive to my emotions, because maybe that's all I really need. Maybe once I know that you're a little bit appeasing to whatever is on my mind, on my heart, then I'm like, let me calm down. Let me just chill on being too emotional. Because you know what? Now I got someone that cares, that want to listen to what's on my mind and my heart.
I like that. Now that was sweet. That was real sweet. So you feeling romantic right now? So you feeling romantic? I'm just saying, you feeling romantic right now?
No, I'm just in my poetry vibes. Don't mind me.
That's what I'm saying. So you feeling romantic? To be in poetry vibe, you might be in your romantic mood. That's not real romantic. Like you was making love to the camera. You got my man Nuff Loon over there lusting. You know what I mean? You know, but family's entitled to. I love you, Loon. You know what I mean? But but like I said, we just wanted to keep it 100, man, so y'all know what it is. You got any more questions? Or you asked all your questions you had on your pad?
No, those were all my questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so we've been on here more long enough, so we're gonna wrap this up and shoot this down. And I want to thank y'all for coming. Remember, we're gonna put this over at Unique Mecca Audio at YouTube. Unique Mecca Audio TV at YouTube. Unique Mecca Audio TV at YouTube is where this is gonna be going at after we done. I'm trying to separate the content because we got a lot of content. I really appreciate y'all coming in. I gave y'all more than y'all was supposed to get, because these joints ain't supposed to be this long. We damn near 2 hours just kicking it. And we all shooted, the connection went out on. But we had a wonderful time. You want to close out and say anything to the people's paradise?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I just want to say thank you so much for having me on the show, for giving me that respect to speak my mind on all types of topics. And I want to just tell everyone, whatever type of relationship or situationship you have, just be yourself. You can't go wrong with that. Love yourself before you think about loving or less than anybody else. And the energy that you have is going to attract the energy that you need. It's not worth just playing all the time. You got to grow up and just have fun in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short. And this love, that's all we can do. Just love.
And just remember that love starts with self.
That's right.
Love yourself first. Everything starts with yourself. Ms. T talk about you want respect. I know you respect yourself, but so this is not for you, Ms. T. But there's a lot of young ladies, you wear the wrong things at the wrong time and give the wrong impression to the wrong people, and then you get offended when they say something to you. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, don't go to a funeral home with poom shorts on. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
All right?
You gotta respect yourself in order to get respect. Everything that you want from someone, you need to do for yourself.
Yeah, they just read that. Miss T said, stop finding an emotional woman to satisfy my what? Huh? My bullshit. Miss T, stop it. You know I'm old gangster. Stop the games, man. You know what I mean? You know, the whole time she's sitting here scared to come in and voice her opinion like Paradise did. You know what I mean? Like my man Hassan did. You know what I mean? And like Twiggy did. I mean, come on, man. You know,
Twiggy and Hassan, they was dope. I enjoyed bonding with them as well. And I even, thank you that you have us on your platform to just build with each other. That's what it's all about. It's just building. You know what I'm saying? And speaking your truth and living your truth. Not to say anything to sound good, but just be 100. You can't go wrong with just being yourself. You can't.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I can't say no better than that, man. All right, let me close out, man. I really enjoyed y'all, man. Good night. God bless you. Thank you for coming. I'll see you Wednesday night. We're gonna have Brittany Barnett. It's gonna be here on Wednesday night at the Prison Talk. Wednesday night is Brittany Barnett. That's the lawyer at 9 o'clock Wednesday night. Unique Mecca Audio YouTube. That's the lawyer that got me out of prison after no one else couldn't. This is a young female. She's not even 40 years old yet. And she done got out over 30 gangsters already that was all doing life sentence. Like I said, I'm not the only one. I talk that shit because I am that shit, but there's a whole bunch of others that's that shit. Like my man, Guy Fisher. Welcome home, Guy Fisher.
Welcome home.
We family. Welcome home, big dog. Last time I seen him, I was in Allenwood. Me, him, and Underwood in the weight room. You know what I mean? He had the best classes. Everybody loved him. I knew he had to come home. There's no way God wasn't going to bring Guy Fisher home.
God is good. Yeah.
Influenced me to program. You know what I mean? When I came in, he already had over a decade in. You know what I mean? And I saw the way he moved. And at the time, I didn't want to hear that shit. He know about me. I didn't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the night, when I laid down at night and I had to think about on the pillow what I really want in life, you know what I mean? I knew it was my freedom. And the only way to get it was to get my education and program like I saw Mr. Fisher and William Underwood doing. Those was my prison mentors when I first came in. A couple of them, because I had quite a few, because I listened to everybody. You know what I mean? Even what y'all call the dumbest nigga. You know what I mean? But on that note, I'm out. Good night and God bless you.
Peace out.
All right, peace.